Hello again, squaddies. It's good to be back in the Shattered Isles. I'm sorry about last week. I did miss it because I didn't. The only things I could have done were another Thornbound, and I didn't really want to do that because, the Thornbounds are not really that special. But the only other two Maelstrom beasts that they had were the Ragetail Gnasher and the Frostback Pangar, and I've already done videos on them. So today, though, this is the Fearless Slayer's Bestiary entry for the Deadeye Quillshot, which is right up the hill here. Now, there have been a couple of changes. If you want, you can go check out the patch notes. The big time I'm going to do patch notes next is when they release the weapon number 6, the Oxygen Repeater. But the Deadeye Quillshot here, I hate fighting the regular Quillshot because it's just a pain in the ass. Little Ganon wannabe. There's just a regular spike ring. There's no change. A couple of the changes to the Deadeye are actually not that big, or in terms of like, it doesn't gain any new abilities. Take a hit from the rift real quick. Except for kind of the spike mortar that you just saw can now rapidly change targets. God, I am doing terrible. It has been a while since I played this. I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter World. But the shotgun spikes that we just saw, as you saw, it now fires off 3 bursts, rotating around to cover a total of 300 and roughly 360 around itself while it does it in 3 bursts. So breaking the spikes on the Deadeye Quillshot, or breaking the quills on this thing, is even more important. There's no change on that. The quills also seem to travel faster, except in the spike ring. We have the spike mortars, they seem to travel faster, and of course they hit harder because this is the Maelstrom. I'm legitimately surprised that hit me, but whatever. Now this is a difference, a big one. First off, it seems to enrage a lot more often, and when it does enrage, well, for one thing, it fires off a ton more quills, as you can tell, that are a lot harder to dodge. Oh, that's bull. But oh well. Anyway, like I was saying, the quills are a lot harder to dodge now when it enrages. And when it actually triggers the enrage, when right after the aura comes out, it fires off spike mortars at very rapid pace, basically passively. What I mean by that is it doesn't have to do the regular motions or anything when it enrages, when it enrages, because it just... Also, it always seems to rotate towards its tail. Well, not always, but most of the time when it does that, when it does the new shotgun spike, it seems to rotate around towards the tail. Now, you might be thinking, why am I doing this with only another partner? Well, for one thing, that's all we could do. That's all I could get. But for another thing, Deadeye, at the end of the day, is basically a full-on level up from the regular Quillshot. What I mean by that is the regular Quillshot is a dangerous opponent, not because of how tanky it is. Because at the end of the day, the Quillshot is not that tough. I mean, in terms of how much, like, defense or HP it has. It's just that it's a very aggressive... It's a brutal and aggressive beast. It doesn't really... You'll see, that's what I mean by the passive spikes, but... Like I said, the regular Quillshot doesn't really have a lot of defensive options. And I'm down. Yeah, it really does seem to rotate towards the tail a lot. The other big change is that the claw swipe attack, especially in the later stages of the fight, can cause wounding. If you get hit with the claws, that is. If you get hit with the side like I just did, I don't think it really... Yeah, you see what I mean about the spike mortars traveling faster. So yeah, if you're like me and you use the Warpike a lot, you really kind of want to aim your shots at the quills, because that still does damage to the Quillshot, to the Deadeye. But more to the point, it makes them easier to break. And if you break the Quillshot, again, if you break them, it doesn't have its major weapon. And yeah, I've started carrying around healing pylons because the Maelstrom behemoths are just that dangerous. I'm thinking about doing a comparison video, see if I can pull off a side-by-side thing for this and for Dauntless and for Monster Hunter World. Shotgun spikes. And yeah, the tail is a hit. On the shotgun spikes, the tail is a hitbox now. I am more than willing to use up a ton of my stamina, just to avoid taking any more hits from this thing if I can. Trying to get my teammate back up. Yeah, that was probably the best choice. Hopefully I didn't get too cocky telling you guys that you can have two people handle this. I mean, you can if you have a good team. Or hell, if you're good enough, you can probably solo this bastard. I am so surprised I got away with that one. Damn it. And my teammate's down. Yeah, you just sit there and you just watch. Okay, I'm not sure what exactly is going on where I'm like rolling into invisible walls and stuff, but damn it, that's probably gonna be it. Or maybe not. Oof, just barely dodged that one. Okay, seriously, what is going on with the vortex I seem to be facing? That is actually like that is actually a glitch. I don't know where that's coming from. And there we go. We actually did get the kill at the end. Yeah, I didn't do so great. Neither of us did, really. So again, real quick, the Deadeye Quillshot doesn't gain any new attacks, like I said. Instead, what it's got is just its quills will travel a lot faster, and with the claw swipe, it can cause wounding. The spike mortar can really rapidly switch targets, so you want to be careful on that, because if you think, oh, it's like you can't just be like, oh, it's aiming for my teammate. No, it can aim for you too at the same time. Its quills are also more accurate, as you saw, because normally the kind of running around like a chicken with its head cut off tactic of just changing directions during its enraged rapid fire spike mortars will usually serve you well, but it's not in this case. The other difference is, of course, the shotgun spines now fire off 3 rounds, where it rotates its body on the ground towards its tail and fires off shotgun spines 3 times, like I said, in roughly a 360-degree arc. The other big change is to the enrage, because on trigger, it will passively fire spike mortars at all slayers in range, rapidly switching targets. The enrage also happens more often, and when it's enraged, it can fire off a ton of very fast quills. So you want to be careful watching out for that. But it's good to be back into this, because, like I said, it's been a while since I played this. I've just been playing a lot of other stuff, a lot of Monster Hunter World, playing a lot of stuff with my friends, which you'll actually see in about half an hour, because these videos, and those of you that haven't been paying attention, Tuesdays are still Dauntless days on at 12 noon Central U.S. time, whereas 12:30, so 30 minutes after the Dauntless video goes out, I usually post collaboration videos that I do with my friends. And in fact, you'll see one of them coming up pretty soon. Hope you enjoy it, but I also hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to like or favorite it. You can also leave a comment down below if you have anything you'd like to say. And if you want to keep up with me and never miss any of my current series, then consider joining the squadron by subscribing to the channel. That really does help me out, and I really do appreciate it. But as for that, squaddies, I have been D. We tamed the Maelstrom today after a week off. Hopefully the Austrian repeaters come out soon, because I'd love to do a guide video on them. But until next time, folks, good night and good gaming.